வெல்கம் டு 5 ஸ்டார் ஐஏஎஸ் அகாடமி. நம்ம பார்க்க போகிறது 10th ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் இங்கிலீஷ். இந்த வீடியோ பிடிச்சிங்க லைக் பண்ணுங்கள், ஷேர் பண்ணுங்கள், கமெண்ட் பண்ணுங்கள், மறக்காம சேனலை சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்கள். வாங்க இப்போ நம்ம யூனிட் 7 ப்ரோஸ் தி டையிங் டிடெக்டிவோட புக் பேக் ஒன்வர்ட்ஸ் பார்க்கலாம். பேஜ் நம்பர் 194, heading A. Answer the following questions in 1 or 2 sentences. First question, who was Mr. Hudson? Why was he worried? Answer. Mr. Hudson was the landlady of Sherlock Holmes. She was worried because Holmes was very sick. Second question, why did not Holmes let Watson examine him? Answer. Holmes did not let Watson examine him by telling that he was suffering from a deadly and contagious disease. In fact, Holmes was acting as if he was a sick person. If Watson examined him, he would know that Holmes was not ill. Third question, why did Holmes warn Watson against touching his things? What was Watson's reaction? Answer. Holmes warned Watson against touching his things because he disliked others touching his things, and the box was an important evidence. Watson sat down silently. Fourth question, what did Watson find on the table near the mantelpiece? Answer. Watson found a small black and white ivory box with sliding lids on the mantelpiece. Fifth question, who is Mr. Calverton Smith? Answer. Mr. Calverton Smith is the man who has the knowledge of the disease Holmes was suffering from. He is a planter. He lives in Sumatra, now visiting London. Sixth question, what did Holmes ask Watson to do before leaving his home? Answer. Holmes asked Watson to put the money in his pockets, light the gas lamp half on, and place some letters and paper on the table. He also asked him to place the ivory box within his reach. Seventh question, what instructions did Holmes give Watson to get Mr. Smith? Answer. Holmes asked Watson to pursue Mr. Calverton Smith of 13 Lower Burke Street to come and go to tell him that Holmes was dying. He asked him to plead with Smith to save him. Eighth question, why did Holmes want Smith to treat him? Answer. Holmes wanted Smith to treat him because he was the only man with the knowledge of the disease Holmes was suffering from. Ninth question, how did, according to Smith, Holmes get the disease? Answer. According to Smith, Holmes got the disease from the spring in the ivory box that drew blood. 10th question, who arrested Smith? What were the charges against him? Answer. Inspector Martin arrested Smith on charges of murder of Victor Savage. Page number 195, heading C. Complete the following sentences by choosing the correct options given. First question, Nitish bought a dash cricket ball. Answer. New. Second question, the shepherd dash the cry of his sheep. Answer. Heard. So, third question, Lakshmi completed her barking dash successfully. Answer. Course. Fourth question, Priya has broken her dash limbs. Answer. 4. Fifth question, leaders of the world must work towards the dash of human race. Answer. Peace. Heading D, complete the tabular column by finding the meaning of both the words given in the boxes. Use them in sentences of your own. Pocket, a small bag swing into or on clothing to keep carry small things. Packet, a paper of or cupboard container, typically one in which goods are sold. First word kind of sentence parunga. Santa filled his pocket with candies. Second one, Mageshwari carried a packet of ribbons. Second question, fond, meaning having an affection or liking for. Sentence, puppies are fond of soft balls. Second one, meaning found, meaning having been discovered by chance or unexpectedly. Sentence, Rosalind found a 100 rupee note on her way back home. Last, meaning to lose something are unable to find. Sentence, my brother lost his purse. Last meaning the final in possession. Sentence, I am the last child in my family. Fourth question, past meaning stop. Sentence, the vehicles passed at the signal. Second one, passed meaning cross or go by or get through. Sentence, an old man passed by the shop. Pitcher meaning container. Sentence, the farmer took a pitcher to bring water. Picture meaning a drawing of a thing seen or people or printed design of art. Sentence, the child drew a picture of scenery. Page number 196, listening, heading E. Listen to the story and answer the questions given below. First question, where does this story take place? Answer D. In Mr. Garvey's apartment. Second question, near the beginning of the story, Miss Garvey's eyes are full of tears, her hands are shaking. How does Mr. Garvey probably feel? Answer A. She is upset. Third question, what makes the detective sure that the robber did not come through the window? Answer C. The window have not been used months. Fourth question, what else was stolen from from the person to fit through? Answer D. Nothing. Fifth question, and the robber definitely did not use the front door. Which is the best way to rewrite these sentences? Answer B, and the robber probably did not use the front door. Sixth question, what does Mr. Garvis do with her cakes? Answer D, she gives them away. Seventh question, what does the detective seem to think will happen if he solves the mystery? Answer A, Mr. Garvis will start baking cakes again. Eighth question, do you like mysterious? What is your favorite kind of story? Explain. Answer, I like mysterious which are not dangerous and frightening. These stories like what we have read just now is good to listen with no negative or criminal mind at work. Stories where boys try to hunt treasures and land themselves in mysterious surroundings, search for the treasure with a lot of difficulty for a long time and finally succeed are interesting to read. இது உங்களுக்கு மிஸ்ட்ரி ஸ்டோரி எது பிடிக்குமோ அதை ரிலேட் பண்ணி எழுதிக்கங்க. என்ன மாதிரி ஸ்டோரி பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்றது எழுதிக்கங்க. நான் எழுதிட்டு இருக்கேன். இப்போ வாங்க நெக்ஸ்ட் பேஜ் பார்க்கலாம். பேஜ் நம்பர் 197ல ஹெட்டிங் எஃப் பாருங்கள், எக்ஸசைஸ். ஃபஸ்ட் கொஸ்டின், ப்ரெசன்ட் தி ரிவ்யூ ஆஃப் தி மூவி தட் யூ ஹாவ் வாட்ச்டு ரீசெண்ட்லி. நீங்கள் வந்து ரீசெண்டாக பார்த்த மூவி பற்றி ரிவ்யூ பண்ணுங்கள். இப்போ வாங்க பார்க்கலாம் ஆன்சர். Good morning, friends. Recently, I watched the movie Titanic. I was thrilled to see the size of the ship that was built in such a way that it would not sink. The interiors and all the advanced and aristocraft machineries used attracted by attention. Unfortunately, it strikes an iceberg and sinks. Many get killed, and the only survivor is an old lady who narrates the entire story of the ship. And she was a passenger when she was around 20 years. They have taken great efforts to make the movie which was a real incident. டைட்டானிக் ஸ்டோரி எப்படி இருந்துச்சு அப்படின்றது சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. இப்போ செகண்ட் கொஸ்டின் பாருங்கள். கிவ் தி ரிவ்யூ ஆஃப் அ புக் தட் ஹேஸ் இன்ட்ரெஸ்டட் யூ அ லாட். ரீசெண்டாக படித்த புக்ஸ் உங்களை இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் பண்ணி படிச்சிருப்பீங்களா, அந்த புக்ஸ் பற்றி எழுதிக்கோங்க. நான் ஐ என்ஜாய்டு ரீடிங் ஷேக்ஸ்பியர்ஸ் மெர்கன்ட் ஆஃப் வீனஸ். The way the playwright uses dengus to make the way the playwright used discuss to make the story interesting. The value of friendship is also a highlight here. How each friend helps the others at the time of need and how Porte discussed as a lawyer to save Antonio who had helped them by borrowing money from Shylock. Shakespeare implies clever argument through Portrait, who saves Antonio by telling that he would take a pound of flesh from Antonio's body without shedding a drop of Christian blood. And then Sherlock realizes his mistake, that that is a good story which teaches one not to be greedy. இப்போ வாங்க தேர்ட் கொஸ்டின், ரிவ்யூ அண்ட் ஈவெண்ட் விச் யூ வர் school has hosted recently. உங்கள் ஸ்கூலில் நடந்த ஃபங்க்ஷன் ஏதாவது பற்றி சொல்லுங்கள். Recently our school hosted an inter-school cultural event. About 20 schools from the city participated in many competitions conducted on stage and off stage. It proved to be a platform to showcase the talents of students from various schools. We enjoyed watching various performances. Page number 198, heading G, match the following. First question, a man of his, answer John Marthew. Second question, John's trainer, answer Busky. Third question, Marthew's secretary, answer Louis. Fourth question, John's chef, answer Emmanuel. Fifth question, Marthew's friends, answer Lali and Loli. Heading H, state whether the given statements are true or false. If false, correct these statements. வாங்க இப்போ நம்ம கரெக்ட் பண்ணி எழுதலாம். First question, Matthew is a very busy man. Answer true. Second question, he works up very late in the morning. Answer true. Third question, he always had lunch with his family. Family கூட கிடையாது, லாலி அண்ட் பொல்லி கூட, ஸோ இது வந்து ஃபால்ஸ். ஃபோர்த் கொஸ்டின், he exercised with Louis every day. எக்ஸசைஸ் வந்து லூயிஸ் கூட பண்ண மாட்டான், பேஸ்கி கூட தான் எல்லாம் எவ்ரிடே பண்ணுவான், ஃபால்ஸ். ஸோ ஃபிஃப்த் கொஸ்டின், he preferred handling mail by himself. himself கிடையாது, லூயிஸ், ஃபால்ஸ். Heading, I create a pamphlet for the following. First question, make a pamphlet on dengue awareness. Focus on its cause, prevention, symptoms and precautions. வாங்க இப்போ நம்ம pamphlet பார்க்கலாம். First pamphlet பாருங்க. Second pamphlet, make an attractive pamphlet for your school fair organized for raising funds for any relief. Specific the date, times, types of stalls and the reasons for the fair. இது வந்து ஃபேர்க்கான pamphlet. Save farmers, save annual fair, venue, date, sponsor accepted. We invite our parents to keep stalls and games to raise funds for the ஃபார்மருக்காக ஃபண்ட் ரைஸ் பண்ணி நீங்கள் ஒரு இது செய்கிறீங்க, அதுக்கு வந்து pamphlet இது ஸ்க்ரீன்ஷாட் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. Third question, make a pamphlet on the latest gadgets, mention the variety of models, use, need and availability. இப்போ இருக்க கேட்ஜெட்ஸை நீங்கள் வந்து அறிமுகப்படுத்துகிறீங்க. ஆமி ஹேண்ட் சிவிங் மெஷின் பாருங்கள், இது ஸ்க்ரீன்ஷாட் பண்ணிக்கோங்க இந்த பேம்ப்ளெட்டை. Page number 199, heading J, write a letter of enquiry for the following. First question, you are librarian in a newly established school. Write a letter to the book dealer inquiring about the list of newly arrived English children's story books and various subject books relevant to 10 to 14 age groups. Place, date போட்டுக்கோங்க. From the librarian, school, ஊர் போட்டுக்கோங்க. To the manager, சென்னை புக் ஹவுஸ், ட்ரிப்ளிகேனி, சென்னை. சார், subject head, enquiry, new books, children 10 to 14 years regarding. I would like to request you to send a list of new arrivals of children's story books between the age group of 10 to 14 years so that we might place the order for our school library for the next academic year. Kindly send the list or the earliest. Thank you, yours faithfully. Address on the envelope to address போட்டுக்கோங்க. Second question, Venkat hails from a remote village of Kanjipuram district, Tamil Nadu, who aspires to become an IAS officer. Currently, he is in class 10. He notices an advertisement on free classes for the IAS aspirants by a trust in a newspaper. He writes a letter to the coordinator of the trust inquiring for further details. Answer, சென்னை, டேட் போட்டுக்கோங்க, எந்த ஊரோ அது போட்டு டேட் போட்டுக்கோங்க. ஃப்ரம் வெங்கட், அட்ரஸ் போட்டுக்கோங்க. டு தி கோஆர்டினேட்டர், ஆஸ்பயர் ஐஏஎஸ் அகாடமி, ஒரு ஊர் பேர் போட்டுக்கோங்க. சார், ரெஃபரன்ஸ், அட்வர்டைஸ்மெண்ட்ஸ் advertisement cited in the newspaper. I would like to know about the norms for admission to the free classes arranged for IAS aspirants by your trust. I am in class 10 now. Kindly forward the details at the earliest to enable me to join the course. Thank you. Yours sincerely, Venkat. Address on the envelope to address எழுதிக்கங்க. Third question, write a letter to the head of the BSNL office inquiring about the internet broadband scheme launched recently. வாங்க இப்போ பிஎஸ்என்எல் வந்து ஒரு ஸ்கீமை லான்ச் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க ரீசார்ஜ் ரிலேட்டடாக. அதை வந்து நீங்கள் வந்து லெட்டர் எழுதுறீங்க பார்க்கலாம். சென்னை ஃப்ரம் மாலா அட்ரஸ் போட்டுக்கோங்க. டு தி மேனேஜர் பிஎஸ்என்எல் ஆஃபீஸர் சென்னை சார் subject a new scheme internet broadband regarding kindly forward details regarding the new scheme launched by BSNL for internet broadband connection. Thank you. Yours faithfully Mala. Address on the envelope to the manager BSNL officer Chennai. Page number 201, heading A. Transform the following sentences as instructed. First question. On seeing the teacher, the children stood up. Into complex la mathano. As soon as the children saw the teacher, they stood up. Second question. At the age of 6, Varsha started learning music. Into complex sentence la parunga. Varsha started learning music when she was 6 years old. Third question. As Varun is a voracious reader, he buys a lot of books. Into simple la mathano. Varun being a voracious reader buys a lot of books. Fourth question. Walk carefully lest you will fall down. Into complex la. Unless you walk carefully, you will fall down. Fifth question. Besides being a dancer, she is a singer. Into compound la. She is a dancer as well as a singer. Sixth question. He is sick but he attends the rehearsal. Into simple la mathano. In spite of being sick, he attends the rehearsal. Seventh question. If Meena reads more, she will become proficient in the language. Into compound la mathano. Meena must read more, otherwise she will not become proficient in the language. Eighth question. He confessed that he was guilty. Into simple la mathano. He confessed his guilt. Ninth question. The boy could not attend the special classes due to his mother's illness. Into compound la change pannu. The boy's mother was sick and so he could not attend the special classes. 10th question. He followed my suggestion. Into complex sentence la change பண்ணலாம் வாங்க. He followed what I suggested. Heading B. Combine the pairs of sentences below into simple, complex and compound. வாங்க இப்போ நம்ம simple, complex, compound மூணுலையுமே sentence எழுதலாம். First one. Radha was ill. She was not hospitalized. Answer. Simple sentence. In spite of her illness, Radha was not hospitalized. Complex. True. Radha was ill. She was not hospitalized. Compound sentence. Radha was ill but she was not hospitalized. Second question. The students were intelligent. They could answer the questions correctly. Answer. Simple sentence. Being intelligent, the students could answer the questions correctly. Second one. Complex la. As the students were intelligent, they could answer the questions correctly. Compound la. The students were intelligent and so they could answer the questions correctly. Third question. I must get a visa. I can travel abroad. Answer. Simple la. I must get a visa to travel abroad. Complex la. If I get a visa, I can travel abroad. Compound la. I must get a visa and then only I can travel abroad. Fourth question. I saw a tiger. It was wounded. Answer. I saw a wounded tiger. Complex sentence. I saw a tiger which was wounded. Compound la. I saw a tiger and it was wounded. Fifth question. There was a bunt. The shops remained closed. Answer. Simple la. The shops remained closed due to bunt. Complex la. Since there was a bunt, the shops remained closed. Compound la. There was a bunt and so the shops remained closed. வாங்க இப்போ நம்ம யூனிட் 7 தி ஹவுஸ் ஆன் எலம் ஸ்ட்ரீட் போயமோட புக் பேக் ஒன்வர்ட்ஸ் பார்க்கலாம். Page number 203, heading A. Read the given lines and answer the questions given below. First question. It sat alone. What happened there is still today unknown. It is a very mysterious place. Answer. And inside you can tell it a ton of space, but all the same time it is bare to the bone. First question. Who does it refer to? Answer. It refers to the house. Second question. Pick out the line that indicates the size of the house. அது வந்து தேர்ட் லைன். அண்ட் இன்சைட் யூ கேன் டெல் இட் டன் ஆஃப் ஸ்பேஸ். டன் ஆஃப் ஸ்பேஸ் வந்து சைஸ் ஆஃப் ஹவுஸை இண்டிகேட் பண்ணுது. செகண்ட் கொஸ்டின் லைன்ஸ் பார்த்துக்கோங்க. கொஸ்டின் பாருங்கள். ஹூ டஸ் ஐ ரெஃபர் டு? ஆன்சர். ஐ ரெஃபர்ஸ் டு தி poet நோய்டா ப்ரூஸ். Second question, pick out the alliterated words in the second line. Answer B, bit bright. B தான் இதில் வந்து alliteration word. Third question, it never grows leaves, not in the winter, spring, summer or fall. It just sits there near getting small or ever growing tall. First question, what does it refer to? Answer, it refers to the leafless bare tree. B question, in what way the tree is a mystery? Answer, the tree neither grows nor becomes small. This is a mystery. Fourth question, rumors are constantly being made and each day the house just begins to fade. What happened inside the house? First question, does the house remain the same every day? Answer, no, the house begins to fade every day. It does not remain the same. B question, why does the poet consider the house to be a mystery? Answer, the poet does not know what happened inside the house, so she considers the house to be a mystery. Fourth question, what happened inside that house? I really don't know. I guess it will always be mystery. First question, does the poet know what happened in the house? Answer, no, the poet does not know what happened in the house, so she considers the house to be a mystery. B question, what is the mysterious about the house? Answer, no one knows what is happening inside the house and the poet thinks it will remain a mystery. Page number 204, heading C. Read the poem and write the rhyming words or rhyme scheme for the given stanza. பாருங்க, rhyming word, rhyme scheme. First stanza alone, unknown, born, place, space. Rhyme scheme வந்து AABBA. Third stanza day, may, mind, kind. Rhyme scheme ABACC. Fourth stanza rhyming word tree, be, fall, tall. Rhyme scheme ABCCA. Heading D, identify the poetic lines where the following figures of speech are implied and complete the tabular column. Figures of speech meaning lines. Answer, synecdoche, meaning a figure of speech in which a part is made to represent the whole or vice versa. Example, the western wave was all a fame. The western wave is a synecdoche as it refers to the sea by the name of one of its parts, that is wave lines. Inside it has a ton of space. A ton of space refers to not only the inside but the entire house in Spig. Paradox, meaning a figure of speech in which a statement appears to contradict itself. Example, to bring peace we must war, be cruel to be kind. Lines, it must sit there, it just sits there, never getting smaller or ever growing tall. Onomatopoeia, answer, a figure of speech wherein the word imitates the sound associated with the object it refers to. Example, Peter patter, rainbows on my pan. Answer, lights flicker on and off. Rhetorical questions, a figure of speech in the form of a question that is asked to make a point rather than to elicit an answer. Example, and what is so rare as a day in June? And lines, how could this be? வாங்க இப்போ நம்ம யூனிட் 7 ஏ டெலிமா சப்ளிமெண்ட்ரியோட புக் பேக் ஒன்வர்ட்ஸ் பார்க்கலாம். Page number 210, heading A, read the given lines carefully and identify the character or speaker. First question, I suppose you think me queer. I will explain. Answer, Uncle Philip. Second question, don't come back, it won't hasten things. Answer, Uncle Philip. Third question, he thought it simply a cruel jest. Answer, Tom's father confessor. Fourth question, he did not desire to do so. Answer, Professor Clint. Fifth question, he would think it over and come back later. Answer, the collector. 211, heading B, based on your understanding of the story, answer the following briefly. First question, what did the uncle do as soon as he bought a stone? Answer, he carried it in his pocket for a month, looked at it now and then added to the collection in his safe. Second question, what did the uncle bequeath to the narrator? Answer, the uncle bequeathed an iron safe that contained precious gems and a dynamite that would explode when opened. Third question, what was the condition laid by the uncle to inherit his property? Answer, the uncle asked Tom to open the box with brief and trust to increase his expectation and desire. If he doubted and opened, the dynamite would explode. Fourth question, why do you think Tom happily looked forward to the expenditure for his uncle's funeral? Answer, Tom thought he would become a very rich man after his uncle died when he inherited the box of gems. Fifth question, write a few words about the mechanism used in the iron box. Answer, the box container an interesting mechanism. It will act with certainty as one unlocks it and explode 9.5 ounces of his improved super sensitive dynamite. One must open without doubting to desire a fortune. If they doubt, the person will be blown to atoms. Sixth question, what was the council offered to the narrator? Answer, the council offered to quiet thinking about the box and its contents. Seventh question, why and when was the narrator shocked? Answer, the narrator was shocked when he opened the safe and found nothing but an iron box, wondering whether it contained gems or it was a lie. Eighth question, what was the doctor's warning to Tom? Answer, the doctor warned him that he would lose his mind thinking a lot about the rubies. Ninth question, why did not Tom dare to assign the task of unlocking the box to someone? Answer, Tom felt a stranger had no right to be subjected to the trial that he dared not face, so he did not want a stranger to open the door. Page number 211, heading D. Fill in the blanks with the right options and write down the summary of the story a dilemma. வாங்க இப்போ நம்ம சப்ளிமெண்ட்ரியை ஃபில்அப் பண்ணலாம் ஸ்டோரியை. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கொஸ்டின், தி narrator was sent for by his uncle when he was dash answer on his deathbed. Second question, the uncle had collected precious dash answer stones. Third question, his uncle announced Tom as his head and wanted him to pay for his dash answer funeral. Fourth question, leaving an iron box for Tom, his uncle instructed him not to dash the box answer sake. Fifth question, the letter read that the box contained dash answer a sensitive dynamite. Sixth question, he started thinking of all possible ways to open the box without being dash answer killed. Seventh question, he planned to explode the box at dash but dropped the plan in fear of losing the rubies answer a safe distance. Eighth question, his consultation with dash did not yield him any fruitful solution answer Professor Clinch. Ninth question, he failed in his attempts to open the box. His efforts to read about explosives led to dash answer confusion and he had to change his dash answer name and occupation. Tenth question, at last he bequeathed the box to dash answer the society. தேங்க்யூ ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ். இந்த வீடியோ பிடிச்சிங்க லைக் பண்ணுங்கள், ஷேர் பண்ணுங்கள், கமெண்ட் பண்ணுங்கள், மறக்காம சேனலை சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்கள்.